Welcome back to my lovely HP community and the 5D collective, those who are choosing the human love narrative. As we've been looking into the different groups, the 5D collective is one that loves to love more and not less. And so, with that, I know that I quoted Sadhguru quite a couple times, and in our last episode, I forgot to mention that it was him who shares with us the very following one moment as I find my lovely quote. In the end, who you are is what will manifest in the world. And so, who are you? Well, you are a person, number one, and the first 3 years of your life matter, the first eight. So, attachment, trauma, information shares with us how any person who does want to become their whole self can do so, number one, with the good therapist and therapists. Number two, once they are ready to be their self, then mindfulness is one of those alternative options to enjoy life more blissfully, because now that you have your emotional plane in the forefront and your mental plane and your physical plane, you're able to, that physical mastery that I was telling you all about yesterday, you're able to accept defeat where you will not be able to do anything with that which you would like to see manifest out into the world. So when I accept that human suffering is going to be a consistent sea, it's not with a light heart. But that's also why, as a divine feminine, who is the embodiment of what a divine feminine is, which is a nurturer, I'm always so excited to see that sciences and spirituality come together like this. And I am humored to see the distorted ego, shame, heroes, villains, saving, victim, revenge, envy, jealousy, spite, and everything that's ancient history in the survival mode do what they do. So when I see dissipating facades, I know that they didn't go to a Patrick Tiahan to grieve and get their emotional body online, and then to get seen for where they were not seen, to get soothed for where they were not soothed, but where they were brought to think that they were supposed to be somehow perfect, and that because they're not, they grow vain with that narcissistic bubble. We all have a narcissism bubble, but the ones of us who grow organically into our healthy self-worth, we don't have it bursted. So we're not yelled at for having been a child who's creative. So we're not going to become vain because every time we see somebody being silly, we think, you're so disgusting. What's wrong with you? When people have that, you're going to notice, because they're going to do this. They're going to look fancy in suits and speak shit out of their mouth. And that's men, women, and theys. They're also going to do this. And some of them even look like, I don't do any of that gossip stuff. That's when you have this again, and that's another reason why those facades, well, they're not impressive to a divine feminine, and they're not impressive. No, they don't pull the wool over the eyes of the divine masculine. You see, there's a difference. So divine feminines were not impressed by pretends, because the divine feminine will tap into the infinite potential that you hold. That's from your inner child. That's the life that lives within you. When you have a distorted feminine, they're going to capture it. And the distorted masculines, they're going to let themselves be captured because they want to be seen, soothed, kept to be safe and secure in the very non-secure and or disorganized way that those distorted feminines and masculines alike, the ones who do this, they're this, and they're not in the love button. No, they're actively the facade of themselves with a story, and their insecurity will come through because they're going to make it all about their self and their story. And then they're going to also be rigid, and they want to shame people, and they want to blame, and they don't forgive. They say no forgiveness. We want to shame you, and no, you're not kind human beings. None of the ones who are talking about kindness being your nature is true. How dare they say that? Okay, so you're going to meet the facades out there. They're going to sound fancy, but if you're 5D, you're going to be not convinced at all, because you're going to say, excuse me. You obviously don't know sciences, spirituality, come together. You also, apparently, you don't know. It's not inherently good or evil. Wow, are you still doing that black and white thinking from your teenage years, or is this rumination by any chance? I don't know. Which one are you? I'm going to say that your facade is only going to fool. No, it don't fool no one. I have accepted defeat. The human suffering love narrative. Yep, they're all this. That's why when I meet a distorted ego, they can be vain, they can be a gossiper, they can do me the little pity party story, they can become the squirrel, they can talk to me about Lucifer. You keep calling it out. All I'm going to know is, wow, you really need Patrick Teahan, but you don't want him. You go and heal your inner child with a person who has nothing to do with inner child work because they're not a therapist. But they got a fancy suit. Oh, yeah, they do. And they got a herd. Yeah. Oh, they love to use those words so that their herd can say, oh, that's my herd member. Hey, there's my Peter Pan. I love my Peter Pan. Oh, look, there's my Tinkerbell. So, long story short, the followers will always be followers. Those who are enlightened, we're not followers. We're on our own quest. I'm Maria. Who are you? Good. Being yourself mindfully, it's what it means. We're not stupid. And that's because intelligence is mental, emotional, physical, and the ones who are facades, they only think they're intelligent because they have people who praise them. They also do spit out regurgitation from the mouth, and people who are this, they don't know the difference. In fact, they will actually allow themselves to say, you're all the same. How dare you talk about this? This isn't anything special. It's the same as this is. Sure it is. You keep on talking. Your gut needs a Gabor Mate. So what I'm saying is when I've met people who don't have a gut that has healthy self-worth, yes, they don't know. They know this. They don't know, where are you? They don't know Christ consciousness. They don't know, let me find, where's my lovely self-worth? I don't have self-worth. But self-worth is where you'll find the people who aren't afraid of following their instinct and their perceptions and having faith and being grateful and maintaining an inner balance, which does not involve guilt. When we get rejected, we don't feel shame, blame, guilt, none of that. No, we're not confused about what happened. We don't need to recover. We didn't have something physically dangerous take place where my survival mode is on or my ego distorting the truth of a story. When I get, what is this, rejection? I'm not getting rejection. These aren't voices. These are not things that happen to people who have Jesus, Holy Spirit, 5D mystic, not somebody who's making up stories, by the way, because I don't need them. I actually use sciences because I was already saying, hey, be yourself. I'm Maria. You want to be yourself? I offer the inner growth mindset. Anybody interested? Come over. I'm also a mystic, by the way. I'm having a really good time with my twin flames. Yeah, they did a little thing here and there and everywhere, but I knew it would be all good. That's because I'm the feminine of my over soul. Yeah, you can't pull the wool over the eyes of the feminine. It's like a mother, right? But one that sees. I can see clearly now. The rain has gone. Yes, a mother that is a unconditionally loving mother. It doesn't have to be a mother. The feminine is only a feminine when she can nurture consistently all of those who are the not feminines to become the infinite potential that they can be. I accepted defeat yesterday. I told you all. When you choose fear, it's because you didn't choose yourself and you didn't choose love. And it's okay. You're going to have solace, though, because you get to get captured by all those lovely facades and look pretty. I'm so pretty and so perfect, and your grieving will never come place, but I will notice you as you dissipate because you're not going to have any kind of playful spark at all. No, you're just going to keep talking about Lucifer and devils and demons, and it's so boring. So while 4D does what they do, how about you join the 5D community and, join us to have some fun, because enlightenment, it really is fun. And the true divine feminine knows it, and the true divine masculine. Why true? Because anybody who's true is not insecure and bullshitting themselves about trauma. So they don't be like, I don't believe in any science people. I believe in the ones who keep using Lucifer's name because I like them. I believe that you're all evil assholes. No. We all can be considered, though. I mean, really, words are just words. We don't take them seriously here at IHP. I don't. I will look to hear your tone, like I hear my tone and my words. And then I'll be able to know how a hypocrite is always for Maria the person who walks a walk and doesn't talk a talk. And I'm just going to watch that happen like a talk. And I'm like, wow, there's another clown. Hey, to my friend, my facade friend, hey, remember you called me a hypocrite? Yeah, I'm okay with that. Are you okay with being that? You are okay with it, aren't you? Have fun. I'll see you later. As you continue to tell the same stories over and over again, I'm going to tell some new stories because I got some, emotionally, mentally, and physically intelligent people. I love you the same, just like yesterday, but we really can't talk that much, can we? No, we can, but I'm just joking with my friend. We'll be back with more. In the meantime, I wanted to just let you in on it's a human love narrative we got going on with our divine feminines and our divine masculines, and we were never afraid that we would not be able to hold down the 5D vibration grids or get rid of the matrix. These 4D stories, they keep getting better. I'm like, okay, I knew when I read about there being three Earths that there would not be three Earths because I'm a 5D mystic. So I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's not going to happen like that. I knew about what we went through with COVID. I just didn't want to believe it. With my friends, I was like, I don't want to believe this. It sounds like, what it sounds like. And I did tell some people, I said, yeah, all bodies need to update to 5D frequency. If they don't, well, I don't know. It seems like a lot of people have been writing a lot of stuff, and none of that has changed. And my friends who do remember, they are the ones who also know of human suffering. They don't want to leave it. So I accepted defeat, not just with twin flames, it's soulmates, you name it. Because yes, when you choose to not be yourself, you have not chosen love, you see. So when you choose to not allow yourself to recover from being a teenager, that's all this is. I mean, if it's more than just that, then we have, again, good experts that are working on it. So long story short, love to be securely attached. Come on over and hear more. We have more since tomorrow we have a solar eclipse, so we'll be back in a little bit. Tune in.